The leak of a top-secret military discussion over providing missiles to Ukraine is becoming murkier. While Berlin is trying to downplay the situation, the British Foreign Secretary is dashing off to the German capital, even after it was revealed by the leaks that British troops are operating with the Ukrainians on the battleground. Now, speculation is rife over what Russia really knows. Has the Kremlin been eavesdropping on other such top-secret discussions as well? Watch this next report and know why these leaks could just be the tip of the iceberg.
Spies have a formidable reputation. They infiltrate deep into enemy ranks and gather intelligence to weaken their adversary. It's an age-old game of one-upmanship, and right now the world is witnessing a masterful exhibition. A spy operation that has left Germany cold. At the heart of this spy op is a 38-minute call. German officers are reportedly discussing weapons for Ukraine and also a potential strike by Kyiv on a bridge in Crimea. Only this time, their discussions did not remain secret. The Russian media released the recording, and the intercept is alarming. The participants are discussing the delivery of Taurus cruise missiles to Kyiv. A prospect Chancellor Olaf Scholz has publicly denied. They're also talking of how France and Britain are delivering their own cruise missiles to Ukraine with shorter ranges. Berlin is now trying to contain the fire. It is passing the blame for the leak on an individual officer.
The reason that the phone call could still be recorded in the ranks of the Air Force is due to an individual application error. Not all applicants adhered to the secure dialing procedure as prescribed. According to current knowledge, data was leaked from the participant in Singapore. He was connected via an unauthorized connection, that is virtually via an open connection.
The leaks have also frayed nerves in London. British troops working with Ukrainians are exposed, and behind the scenes there is much activity to pin the blame. Berlin's former intelligence chief August Hanning warns more NATO secrets may be compromised. He also says what is revealed may only be the tip of the iceberg. The Kremlin claims the recording shows Germany's armed forces discussing plans to launch strikes on Russian territory. It also mocks Scholz, asking if he is in control of the situation. The Taurus missiles can reach twice as far as Storm Shadow and Scalp missiles. They could even enable Ukraine's reach as far as Moscow. The recording also underscores Scholz's reluctance to let Germany get directly involved in the Ukraine war, or prompting an escalation of hostilities. Amidst all this, Ukraine waits for weapons in the face of escalated ferocity of Russian attacks on the front lines. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
Right, for more on this, we were earlier joined by Joachim Bitterlich, the former German ambassador to NATO and former European diplomatic and security advisor to German Chancellor Helmut Kohl. Listen into what he had to say on the matter.
Well, it's a certain mess, you're right. And Berlin has only one choice, let's say, to contain the damage. The damage is existing, and probably what Pistorius, the German defense minister, has told to the press is the right version at the end of the day. But it opened a flank to Russian propaganda, not only against Germany, because against all the Western allies. For the moment concentrated on Germany, because the Russians think the Germans are, let's say, the most reluctant partner in the Western world with regards to support of Ukraine. And therefore they try to, let's say, to put a certain pressure on the Germans, let's say, to feel guilty and to, let's say, to reduce their assistance as asked for, let's say, the extremists in German politics on the left and on the right side. But I think the Germans will stick to the goal to continue the support of the Ukraine in this field. By the way, we have forgotten totally, the whole story has been launched, and therefore the Russians were putting in this field by Macron, by the French president, who has been talking at the beginning of the week without any need and against, let's say, classical French attitudes about ground troops in Ukraine, and that's refused by the great majority of European and NATO allies.